Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ashish and today let's test the network speeds that we can achieve with the new iPhone 12 and whether it's an improvement over the previous generation iPhone. And what we'll be testing is primarily 4G or LTE speeds on two different networks. And we'll be trying it out on the Airtel and the Jio networks. Apple advertised 5G as the big feature this year, but unfortunately in India and many other parts of the world, 5G will not be a reality perhaps for the next 2 years at least. So what that means is we need to see whether the new Qualcomm modem brings any speed improvements over 4G or LTE. So we've got two iPhones here, the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 12. This uses the older Intel modems known to be quite weak, and this has the much better Qualcomm modems. So let's see what kind of difference that makes in real world testing. Both of these phones support the Wi-Fi 6 standard, so their Wi-Fi performance should not be different. But let's test that as well. So let's test that indoors and then let's take them outside into the balcony where there's half a signal on the 5 GHz network and perhaps a full signal on the 2.4 GHz network, just to see if there are any differences. Let's do the test first on the iPhone 11. So it's a 5 GHz network with one wall in between about 15 feet away, and the maximum speed for this connection is 300 megabits per second. And the iPhone 11 is achieving near about half of that, 146 megabits per second. And the upload result seems to be a lot better. It's doing 250 MB per second. The ping time was 5 milliseconds. So let's do the same test now on the iPhone 12. And this time it produces a better result, although it's fairly similar to what the iPhone 11 has achieved. So just a little bit down on that, and the iPhone 12 achieves a slightly better upload result. So I did two more Wi-Fi tests outdoor, one on the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network, where the signal strength was showing 3 out of 3, so pretty much full. And the results, as you can see, were pretty similar in terms of the download speeds. And both phones finishing about the 29 megabits per second mark. iPhone 12 was slightly faster, but it's just theoretical at this point. And similarly, in terms of the upload speeds, it was actually quite a surprise because the iPhone 11 got a better result and it finished at 29.1 versus 20.6 for the iPhone 12. Once we switch over to the 5 GHz Wi-Fi network, the signal strength dropped to 2/3 in this case, but the speeds went up. And the iPhone 12 was faster in this case by a little bit. So the iPhone 12 finished at 107, where the iPhone 11 finished at about 101. In terms of the upload speeds, once again, it was quite close and both phones finished at 83.4 and about 75 for the iPhone 11, but fairly similar upload and download results on the Wi-Fi networks. So as you can see, they're fairly similar. There shouldn't have been any difference in the Wi-Fi performance. They both support Wi-Fi 6 and there isn't any difference. Now let's do another indoor test, this time on the Airtel 4G network, and the signal strength showing is 3/4. These tests were done at separate times to avoid any interference between the devices. So the iPhone 12 has a lot longer ping time of 90 milliseconds as opposed to 29 on the iPhone 11. But the result in terms of download speed is more than 3 times as fast. So the iPhone 11 gets 10 megabits per second whilst the iPhone 12 does 30.6, and upload is 2.70 and 1.78. Fairly close in terms of the upload result. The indoor test results with the Jio network were interesting. The signal strength was only about 2/4, so half the signal strength. And this time the iPhone 11 actually pulled away from the iPhone 12 in terms of speed. So it got twice the speed, the download speed of the iPhone 12. And the iPhone 12 finished at about 0.73 upload speeds, which is a really poor result. and it was similarly poor for the iPhone 11 as well at 0.44. Maybe this difference is just down to a weak signal at the different times the phones were doing the test. After this, I headed out again, and this was an outdoor test on 4G on the Airtel network. And this time we had a clear winner. The iPhone 12 was much faster in this test, especially with the download speed, and it was almost twice as fast at 26.9 megabits per second versus the 4.7 megabits per second result of the iPhone 11. And in terms of the upload speed, they were fairly close. The results were better than Jio, but it was about 4.30 and 3.95 megabits upload. I struggled to get a good signal on Jio. In the same spot that I tested Airtel, the Jio network was only showing about 2 bars, half the signal strength. And here, once again, the iPhone 12 pulled ahead with the download speeds reaching almost 10 megabits per second and finishing at 8.94, whilst the iPhone 11 really struggled here and it could only achieve a speed of 3.1. And then on the upload, once again, they were quite poor, 1.55 on the iPhone 12 and perhaps 1/3 of that speed, just about 0.48 on the iPhone 11. I then found a better spot where the Jio network was alternating between 4 and 3 bars of signal strength. Here, the iPhone 12 once again posted a very good result. The iPhone 11 improved as well at 7.2 megabits per second download, but the iPhone 12 was twice as fast at 14.7. And in terms of the upload speeds, unfortunately it was still quite poor on the iPhone 11 at 0.37 and it was 1.71 on the iPhone 12. So there you have it, folks. The iPhone 12 definitely has a stronger modem inside and it gets much better signal strength indoors and outdoors, and similarly the network speeds are definitely improved. So in this area, there is no doubt, if you're facing any problems with the iPhone 11 or an older iPhone not getting enough signal strength, call quality or data speeds, then that will definitely see an improvement with the iPhone 12. Wi-Fi, not so much, they're the same and as it should be. Wi-Fi 6, they're both excellent, so you will not see much of an improvement there. But definitely 4G speeds much better on the iPhone 12 than the iPhone 11. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing. I'll see you in my next one.